3, 2, 1, and we're back. Okay, so Apricity had just asked Arkan a question.
Arkan, I will only leave the room if you can promise me that you will not do something that will endanger your life or your own soul.
I'll do my best.
That is not a promise.
For once, Hannah, I agree with you. Arkan, what's done is done. Please don't do anything that will risk me losing you as well.
Yes, we still have quite a few shards to collect.
Harkin's just gonna sigh, walk straight up to the bottom, and put his hand on top of her forehead,
He's a very stubborn fellow, isn't he?
and starts praying in Draconic or to Dragon.
Oh, and that's disgusting. Hannibal's going just to move a little back with the grimace.
And when you do see that, you do see for the first time these ethereal, golden, see-through, angelic wings come from his back.
Oh, of course, this is why I don't like you. Of course. I'm just gonna move even more back. I don't want to be in any deals with angels.
Hannah, if you want to wait outside for us, you're very welcome to.
Okay, but if anything goes wrong, you can just scream. And Hannibal just moves out, like, nope.
So, Arkan, what is it you're trying to do?
Praying to my God that this wasn't her fault. This wasn't even her choice to begin with. And she shouldn't be judged for this. She should have a second chance.
Okay, do me a persuasion check. Or religion, whichever you would rather do.
I'm gonna do. Is it bad I'm nervous?
No, it means you give a shit. That's a good thing.
Yeah, and you pretty much just, like, made Hannibal grimace in disgust, so that's a plus for you.
So, what is it you're asking? 34, okay. What is it you're asking or requesting? What do you want? So you put out this prayer. You said it's not her fault. You said it was all to do with circumstance and it was a noble thing she's tried to do. What is it you're asking for?
To give her a second
chance. Okay.
without this burden.
Alright. Meanwhile, the rest of you, what are you doing?
I'd just be watching Arkan.
Okay.
I've recognised the wings that I see come out of his back, because I've kind of got a glimpse of them once before, but wasn't sure.
Okay.
Hannibal is currently rubbing her arms and face in disgust, and every moment she passes her hands on her body, small flames, blue.
Okay. She's pulling a Narvinu. Okay.
Catharsis is just going to be standing back to the side, watching.
Alright. After a moment of Arkan, I assume, are you saying this in a language everyone can understand?
I'm pretty much saying it through Dragon, through Draconic.
Okay. In which case, anyone who doesn't understand Draconic has no idea what he's saying, but you can get the tone. About a minute passes. And then you guys notice something moving just further back in the shop. And as it walks closer, you see it's a almost completely transparent figure. And she steps closer, and it's a pale, translucent Isabella. She looks at her own body and remains about 5 or 6 meters back behind the workbench, but she does float up. She floats up into the air and sort of hovers. So her shoulders, your shoulders, are about level with her knees, and she just sort of looks at you all. Hannibal tries to poke her in the face, Varric stops her. Excellent.
Isabella, can you hear us?
He did it. I would like to see his soul. Lucky deity.
Isabella, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
And she speaks too. Oh my. Oh,
Hannah!
lucky babe. Sorry, they don't see this very often. Especially from a human. This is amazing. Oh my.
Barrett, can you dismiss her somehow?
I'm going to cast silence on Hannibal.
She will keep speaking through the silence.
It's slightly,
Like, you can hear her, but she's still speaking.
It's slightly muted.
Better.
Isabella sort of hovers, again keeping her distance from her body on the table, and sort of looks around at you all.
Oh, Isabella, you weren't meant to carry this burden yourself. I'm so sorry.
It's alright. Sometimes the foolish choices must be made, and those who make them are no better or no worse.
What you've done is a noble thing.
You call me noble. I'll remind you of that.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Oh, you know. Bow, worship, scrape the ground. Wish you'd never been born to set eyes upon this day. The usual. And her eyes are going really black and smoky.
Sorry? Arkan, what did you do?
Your mic's not on, I don't think.
Two of you spoke.
Can I insight check my ancestral history, or something like this be giving me some kind of hair standing up in the back of my neck?
Sure. Do you want to roll to check?
Yes, please.
Okay, just let me know exactly what you're checking as well.
The therapist will also drop a divine sense immediately when she says that.
Okey-doke.
That is a 27, and I want to see if actually the person, because the way she's speaking, this wouldn't be her. This is not the person. Okay.
Okey-doke.
DM sent you a message.
Okey-doke. I'll blanket you all with the same statement. With your divine sense, with your historical knowledge, and Hannibal being Hannibal, this is neither Isabella nor her soul. This Vitheritas is pure evil, the darkest of evils you have ever encountered. In fact, beyond that, you have never, ever sensed anything quite so evil before. You have heard rumours of people sensing something this evil during the war in Trevice when they came face to face with the Great Shadow himself. Hannibal, this is freaky as hell. This is not what you thought it was. It's still kind of cool, but my god, this is an evil, weird, crazy thing.
Oh, she's very interested.
The Theratus is going to swear in front and then in common go, "You dare." She mock her by wearing her, and then pulls his weapon and charges.
Oh fuck, as soon as I see Theratus do that, I'm going to draw an arrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this new trident a try.
Yeah!
So I'll be swinging that round.
Okay. Alright, so, I will do
Send
initiative
another message, sorry.
That's right, I will do initiative in a minute.
Fuck.
But, Theratus, I heard you say you wanted to go first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be going right after that. Mark is pissed.
That's why you should have let Hannibal do it.
Yo.
And just as you guys are running up, the Theratus, in answer to you saying you dare to, mock her and use her soul, the answer you get is, well, when some poor, ignorant fool calls out desperately...
You're cutting out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Am I back now?
Yeah?
Okay. The answer you get, the Theratus, is, well, when some poor, foolish mortal tries to call and cry out
You're
into the
still
abyss.
cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out again. You said when some poor fool...
And I reconnect.
Oh god, she's got...
I reconnected,
Hello?
how's that?
I go for it.
Whatever you're downloading on the internet, turn it off!
Just I'm not done.
Yeah, whatever.
The answer you get before you charge, in answer to why are you mocking her using her form, is, well, when some foolish mortal just cries out desperately in hopes of getting an answer, you have to see we take advantage of the hilarity of the situation.
You really should have let me do it.
So, Theratus, what would you like to do?
The Theratus is going to swear a vow of enmity against the being that's directly in front of him. And then attack. Yep. So the vow will give him advantage on all attacks for at least the next.
Okay.
So. Seven. There we go. That will be more math. Paladins with their stats at level. Fuck, I get so many bonuses. The first attack's a 25, the second attack is a 11.
Okay. The first one seems to hit, the second one, you feel a force against you that halts you midair. And can you do me a strength save?
Save. Do. That would be a 14.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, you can roll damage for both attacks. Just tell me which one's which.
Yeah. Do. So. Fuck it, I'll actually drop a one smite on that for good measure.
Smite that bitch.
So that's such a paladin thing to say. I'll smite it for good measure.
So smite on the first bitch. 3 is a first. Smite. Disappeared to smite. There you go. 2d8. Why do I need? Oh. Right, so the first attack is... That's 9 plus 7, so that's going to be 16 damage on the first attack, and 14... Hang on, how did that... Yeah, that's right. 16 damage on the first attack and 14 damage on the second attack.
Okay, and the 14 was the 11?
Yeah.
Okay, in which case, the Theratas, you take 7 points of damage to yourself with the second attack.
What? God.
If it helps, 8 of that damage was radiant.
And radiant. Okay. You have a moment of mockery as your first attack hits, but glides through this creature. You've hit, but you don't feel anything. A black plume of smoke and shadow scourges out around your hit, and the fake form of Isabella, for a moment, screams and cries, and then starts to laugh. And then sort of rises up further in the air, completely blackened now. Her face, her body, her eyes, everything is completely black and shadowy now. So Theratas, so who was straight behind you? Was it Arkan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yes. I think the first time in apart from his teenage years of getting pissy with Cypher, Arkan is fucking raging at this.
I would like to rage.
Yes. And he is going to cast his highest level spell at the bitch.
Okay.
He's going to cast Black Hole on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Could you read out what that does so that everyone can hear it?
Okay. I'm casting it behind him so that he's on the edge of it. It's within a 20-foot sphere, alright? And everything that's inside of that takes 10d8 gravity or force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's going to work on this because it's a really fucked up weird thing, but it gets teleported immediately to the DM's discretion in the vicinity or the general area if it fails, and it is a dex save, and I am spending a sorcerer point, so he's at disadvantage on it.
Okay. Okay, with disadvantage, that is a 18 total.
He fails.
Hey.
Okay. I'm gonna roll up the damage. Three. Alright, that is... I'll just put it in.
Yeah. There you go.
Can you read it to me? Because I've got the other screen up.
Yep, there's 63 force damage.
63
hell.
force damage. Okay.
To notes.
It has no effect.
You're so lucky if it doesn't backfire the damage.
Okay. The shape of Isabella disappears. And it's just sort of black shadow now. In the vague form of a man, but you can't make out any features. Tall, and with some sort of billowing coat. But again, it's all black and shadow.
That is 71. 8 is going to be on top of that with radiant damage due to his wings being out.
Okay, plus radiant. Alright. It is essentially sucked, into a vacuum, back towards this black hole. The shadows spill out over the edge, sort of creeping out into the room. You've probably got another round or so where people can make attacks, so anyone else who wanted to can do.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
Varric?
I've already drawn a. Can I have drawn my crossbow and loaded
Yes.
that in response to Bertie running?
Sorry, Rosie, there's one last thing about that spell. I don't know if this is more for tabletop, but for every every foot that they take, they get that count that as 5 foot. So basically, you're restricted on movement.
Oh yes, I was imagining that, he's sort of sucked by it. Yeah, that's fine. We use the power of our imaginations because we're amazing, and I'm not rich and can't afford tabletop things right now. So Varric, I heard you first. Apricity, you can go with Varric. So Varric, what would you like to do?
Well, I kind of want to test my new toy out, so I want to bash his face in.
Okay. Okay, roll for an attack with your finesse trident. I assume that's the new toy.
Yes. And I like the toy because the first hit is a crit.
Hey!
He Varric'd it.
Double your damage then.
Does the plus 11 help in hitting?
Yes.
Could you do the DC 15 Constitution save first?
I most certainly can do. Ooh! I hate this dice, I'm not using it anymore. He totaled a 12, so...
Haha. Aww. That's 10. 22.
Hearing things.
You're hearing the sounds of the
I'm
DM's evil
laughing.
cogs whirring.
No one's really talking.
The therapist is too busy trying to, destroy this thing.
Vitheritas is angry breathing, Varric is doing maths.
My sound's completely cut out then.
You
It's
didn't miss
okay.
anything.
Varric's doing maths, it's fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks.
Sorry, I was doing maths.
It's okay.
No, it's fine. I could see people were flashing green and I couldn't hear anything.
Is that 47 plus 8 psychic, or 47, 8 of which is psychic?
47 plus 8 psychic. Sorry, I wrote it a bit weird, I see.
No, that is fine. I just need to make sure I'm writing down the correct stuff. Okay. As you do this, darker bits of shadow from where you hit seem to pulse out and then suck themselves back in again to the form of the body. Can you do me a strength check, Varric?
No, don't take my new toy.
Cheat.
That's 16.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Did I?
You manage to you feel a bit of resistance as you're pulling the trident back out, but you manage to pull it back into your grip. Apricity, what would you like to do?
I would like to shoot it with one of my crossbow bolts that Arkan had enchanted to give out radiant damage as well as normal damage.
Say that again.
I'm going to shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay,
You guys
roll
hear
your
me?
attack. Yeah, sorry, I can hear you. I was just being asked questions and the dog was going mental.
Oh no, it's fine. I haven't rolled the crossbow. What do I add to a crossbow?
To a crossbow?
Yeah.
I will just double check. Ooh, bloody hell. Here it
I
is.
think it's dex still.
I would think
Yeah,
it
I
is
thought
dex.
so, but when I've searched online, I don't know.
I would
It's a
expect
ranged
so.
attack, so therefore dex.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
expect so. It's ranged, yeah. Is it a light crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay, in which case...
It just says ranged weapon symbol.
Yeah, so I'd go with dex, yeah.
That's just dex. Awesome, thank you. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
If it's wrong, we'll just go with it. It's fine.
That's
I'm not in this
19.
game to be a rules lawyer. I'm in this game for the fun and the pleasure of torturing you.
19 to hit in that case.
Excellent. Okie dokie. Do your damage.
Hey, did you say something?
I said roll your damage. One sec. Reconnecting.
Yeah, I
Yes,
should
you
be
can.
right
You
on top of
can.
it.
You can sneak attack. You've got 2 or 3 people at this point who are.
In the meantime, I'm going to try and refresh the server for a second.
So 22 damage,
22.
of
Okay.
which it is radiant.
6 radiant. Awesome. Okay, so you guys have probably got a few seconds before this thing is going to get sucked into this black hole. So, what, if anything, would you like to do? You guys can tell it's like getting pulled backwards, and like the shadow is like sort of curling into itself and moving backwards into this big black hole.
And you just gonna...
Oh, sorry. You guys can tell that it's all gone quiet. I know.
Yeah, I think the sound's playing up a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't think I can fix that from my phone.
Okay.
My end says loss rate is 0%, so that should be perfect sound, but
Can everybody
I can
else hear
hear-
us too?
Yeah, I can hear you again.
Hey.
Hi.
I said you guys can tell that you've got about 30 seconds before this thing is going to get completely sucked into this black hole pit thing. So if you wanted to get any extra snide remarks, swipes, etc. in now, you can.
wait, this is the black hole that Arkan created?
Yes.
We're so close to killing it.
You think.
No, we're not. Nowhere near, I assume.
I'm gonna shout, looking at Arkan and Lavitheritas. What the fuck is this thing?
I'm
Rosie?
going to try something ridiculously stupid.
Do you want them a curiosity to roll, see if they recognize how this thing is moving around and
Recognize how what's moving around?
this monstrosity thing?
No.
Okay.
Why do they need to roll for that?
Oh, well, do you guys remember, or?
I don't know what it is.
Is it the black hole that Varric is afraid of?
They're asking you about the black hole, not the thing itself.
Oh, okay.
I was going to mention it afterwards if they didn't remember.
It'd be funny.
What are we not remembering?
This reminds you very much of.
Is it the thing that sucked their twins in?
It reminds you very much of the thing that got Varric.
But none
I
of
don't know
this
about
party, none of this party encountered that.
No, so it's just Orisa at this point.
The only, and Varric because the truth. So I know it. Shit, because of the truth card.
Did you see that within your truth card?
I saw everything that the other Varric saw.
In which case, yes. This is partly why I wasn't mentioning it now. I was like, well, Orissa's not here. But yes, as part of your truth card, this would ring home for you. Yes, only at this point, now that it's completely out of form and it's completely gone to black shadowy mass.
So I repeat my question. Guys, what the fuck is this?
I think I might know it. It might have killed me before, like other me. This gets complicated quick. I'll explain later. This is dangerous. We should kill it now.
Vitheritas is going to use the command spell against it.
Yeah.
Or at least attempt to. And she's going to just demand release. That's the word.
Okay. Release what? Or are you just winging it?
He can only really say one word.
Okay, are you sure? Final answer, you're going with release.
Yep.
He's gonna poop himself.
No, it's gonna release itself.
Ew.
Alright. Are you speaking it in common?
Yep.
Okay. Verti, in his big spell, points his hand, focuses, says the command word release. And hears mocking laughter. And all of you are suddenly swept across with a big black shadowy mass. It sweeps across all of you, and for a moment, even those of you with dark vision are completely blinded. And then it's gone.
I'm going to cast Counterspell.
Counterspell on what?
Is he not casting it, or is just...
What are you counterspelling?
His spell.
Yeah.
Okay, cast it.
Okay. So I'm guessing you just want me to do a basic charisma check.
Well, is there a caveat to it?
Yeah, it's instantly fucking counterspell if it's third level or lower, but if it's higher than third spell, I need to charisma check it
Okay.
with a d20.
48.
What? No. So, that's a 22.
Okey-doke.
Close.
Okay, you cast it. Nothing seems to change. The black hole, is that concentration, or can you have it up at the same time as doing counterspell?
No, as in the spell ends of when my turn comes up.
Okay, so the black hole disappears too.
Yeah, once it's my turn.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, we're not really in initiative order at the moment, so I'm just going to say that when you counterspell, it will disappear for now because it makes it easier.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing seems to have changed. The shadowy thing passed over you for about a second. None of you could see. You cast counterspell, and for a second you're worried that your counterspell caused it, but you realise it didn't. The shadow then disappears, and the room is dark and quiet again.
In which case, I fall to the ground, sobbing slightly.
Oh shit!
What?
Sorry, I dropped my dice.
What happened?
I just decided to throw my dice tray and all the dice. Sorry. Barrett, what the fuck was that? Is Isabella's body still on the table?
Yes.
Just gonna kind of wildly look from the body to Varric, to Arkan, to Vitheritas.
Are you looking at the body as well?
Yeah, because I'm confused as to what that thing was.
Okay.
So I just want to see that the body is still there.
Do a perception check.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. 19. Oh shit, I'm not right. 19 total.
Okay. You notice that all around Isabella's eyes, the skin has gone black, and above the eyelids as well, it's all gone black. It almost looks as if someone had dipped their fingers in charcoal and like smudged them over her eyes. It looks as if it's some sort of mocking farewell from whatever this was.
Oh god.
I've been instructed to remind you that you saw something vaguely similar to this in the hidden werewolf-ridden village.
I was about to mention that.
There you go. Only vaguely similar, though.
Well, that was unusual.
But I'm still sobbing on the ground.
Anyway, I didn't even get to throw a spell. Ugh.
What was that thing?
Vitheritas is just going to glance across and at both Varric and Pristine, just go, pure evil is what that was.
No,
I wanted to eat it. Oh.
How did it get here? Oh, Arkan, God, are you okay?
Arkan is just focused on where it was and is... It's like a flood of confusion and anger in his face right now.
Maybe next time you should let me do the summoning.
Arkan, it didn't hurt you, did it? It didn't take anything from you?
You should check him for marks of possession. It usually burns across their backs. They have a preference for their backs. Not really sure why, but... Go undress him.
Arkan, are you okay?
That wasn't meant to happen.
Darling, I don't think
Well,
any
that
of
is
this
obvious.
was meant to happen.
Can you still feel your god?
Well, yes.
Well, then you're okay. If you couldn't feel them, well, we'd have a rat on our hands.
I'd like to walk up to Arkan and grab his hand and like really look into his eyes to just see if he's there. He's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna get like, if you look into like Arkan's eyes, you're just gonna get the dial tone of, "Hi, Arkan is not here right now. Please leave a message after the tone." Beep.
But he doesn't look like he's hurt or anything. He just looks like he's fucking pissed off and bad things have just happened.
You can do a medicine or whatever check if you want to go more in depth, but currently he's looking angry.
I wanna make sure he's okay. Too many people are dying.
Well, you should probably leave this place. I still feel his presence, even if it's fading.
Okay.
Varric, can you read that out? Because that's... Oh, are you doing a...
No, it's not message. It's just because people kept talking, I decided I'll just go on and I'll read it when there's time.
I was going to say, can you read that out? Because that's really important.
30. It killed the other me. It looked like the monster that took the souls from those werewolves as well. I seriously think it might have been Shadow.
Whatever it is, it was pure evil, and we will find it and we will destroy it.
I think that's for the best.
I vowed to make sure things like that are eradicated, and I will keep my oath.
And of course, you have my bow.
DM had a very hard time not saying, "and my axe," just then.
Me too!
I know!
Every one of us was biting our tongues then.
Yep. Okay, the DM cracked first, it's fine.
I'm glad at least you guys picked up on it.
Okay.
Varric, are you okay?
I think now that it's gone, it will get better. But yeah, just visions of my own death aren't exactly cheerful, and the way it hurt Arissa, that other Arissa, that other me as well. That it did so much at once. If there was a chance to never have to worry about that again, I would. But I think it won't end until we kill it, one way or another.
Are you sure he is not related to what the angels are trying to destroy?
Well, that's the thing. I'm getting more and more sure that it is the thing the angels are trying to destroy.
Oh, then I'll let them deal with it.
I'd like to go up to Varric and hand him back his tasty pie. Varric, I think you should eat something.
DM, do you wanna...
Okay, I'm answering
mention
3
Hannibal?
different questions right now. So, the quickest one is the Theritas. Yes, you can wipe the marks off Isabella's face. Her eyes and her eyelids, they still stay quite dark, like there's a sort of stain there, but you wipe the excess off, so she just looks a little grey now. But no one else would really notice, but you guys would notice, and it bugs you. Hannibal and anyone else who is looking at Arkan, you do see that he now has a red glowing symbol right at the top of his back, and you have seen it before.
See, I told you. This is what happens when you summon. Anyone recognize the symbol?
It was not some...
You're kind
Vitharius will glance over and see if he can see what symbol they're talking about.
Is it the symbol that we saw at the werewolves before, and then didn't we see it on Kalosia at one point?
Yes.
Is it that same symbol?
Yes.
Oh, wait. I have seen this on quite a few planets that were destroyed. Huh.
What does it mean, Hannah?
Well, he has a habit of eating planets, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's he?
Well, I have never actually seen him with my own eyes. They don't really come after our kind, since we don't really have the type of souls they are after and suffering. But they usually do enjoy destroying a few planets, a few galaxies now and then. We try not to meddle as long as he doesn't meddle with our contracts. He has killed quite a few deities.
Now, remember as well, that conversation around the campfire? Kel got that mark from Mornar, who is one of the Rish's High Council. Yeah,
You got it from them.
from Mornar himself. One of the high-ranking council members. His entire squad got it to empower them during the war.
Wait, is he saying this out
This is
loud,
coming
or-
to me now.
Wait, are you saying this out loud, or...
No, this would definitely click in with mostly Apricity and Verdi, because he's mostly talking to them about it, because
Yeah, okay.
they were
Yeah.
asking.
So
Yeah,
Vidajas will glance across, see the mark, slowly put two and two together about what may have happened and go,
Well, you should probably talk to your deity about this, because this is not good news.
I think it was waiting here for us, and it was waiting for something like this to be tried.
What do you mean, the calling of someone back? Or the calling for help?
Well, humans do
The
tend to do that a
calling
lot.
at all.
Like I said, I agree with Verdi. This wasn't a summit. This was something else.
You still
This-
tried to bring something back, even if momentarily, so of course he could enter her body.
Do you mean this thing has been watching us?
Oh, it's definitely watching us now. He's marked.
The DM nods.
It's whatever it is. It was waiting, and it was mocking. But in doing so, it did say things that are much more likely to be true than it really intended. I think Isabella accidentally summoned it in the process of her sacrifice.
Yes,
And
he
I
was
think
kind
it
of
waited
freaking
for
out
us
me.
to come. So when we came, it waited, and then it... I don't know.
Well, he probably does feed on suffering. And though she did kill herself with a purpose, no human really wants to die, so deep down, in a way, she called him. Not on purpose, of course, but that is how praise work. The first to hear it, the first to come.
Is anybody hurt? Oh, go on, Bertie.
Regardless, she's going to be avenged. This thing will not get away with what it...
And we will make it known the sacrifice that she made for us.
And on that cheerful note, I will say I will leave you there. Everybody can shout goodbye to the recording in a very
Goodbye.
cheerful
Bye.
voice.